no one's going to argue anymore.
Amen. It's been 6 long years since we've had a unified champion. After tonight, we can once again say the heavyweight champion of the world. The man who beat the man who beat the man who beat, well, you get the idea.
See heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox Lewis, loosening up here on the training table with Emmanuel Stewart, his trainer. How does it feel, Lennox, with 7,000 British fans out there? How does that fortify you tonight here at the Garden?
It's definitely an added bonus. It's going to give me more inspiration as I step into the ring and more strength.
American audiences, on the other hand, have been slow to give you the respect you feel you've been due. Will that cause you perhaps to maybe press to prove them wrong?
Well, I'm going to go out there and do what comes naturally and make sure that I win. I'm coming here for the win. I'm not coming here to lose.
What comes naturally in this fight?
Just go out there and do what I've been taught and that I've been working for the last 10 years.
Emmanuel, is it crucial that Lennox is the most aggressive he's been?
Well, I think he's got to fight a very laid-out plan fight, and he's got to stick to his jab. And he's got 2 or 3 different routes that he can go in case the fight changes its course of direction.
You wanted a big ring, 22 feet. We measured it 18 feet. How does that hurt you?
It doesn't really hurt me. You know, I can box in any ring.
I would think that Evander would want to get in close and make this a steel cage match, perhaps. How do you feel about it, Emmanuel?
Well, it depends on how the fight goes. But, you know, I feel Lennox is a strong, powerful man, so he can handle himself in any situation.
The third round prediction again. Did it humiliate you? Does it make you want to punish Evander Holyfield tonight?
You know, the third round doesn't really bother me. He can say what he wants, but he has a lot to live up to.
Final thing, Lennox, you said that you've envisioned this fight. You woke up in the middle of the night and choreographed it in your mind. Now take us through it. It's about to happen.
Yeah, I'll take you through it when I get in there.
No secrets, huh? No tips?
No tips.
Any prediction?
Lennox Lewis will be victorious.
Okay, that's the story from Lennox Lewis's locker room. Now back.
Evander Holyfield. Folks, he has maintained he has not been bragging. It is not a prediction. He says it is a fact that he will take Lennox Lewis out in 3 rounds. Is that pressure on him? He says no, because he knows that is, in fact, what will take place. Lennox Lewis has traveled across the ocean. He says, in fact, this is his. For over 14 years, Evander Holyfield has distinguished himself as one of the greatest warriors of all time. First becoming undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world, and then undisputed heavyweight champion. For over 10 years, Lennox Lewis has been searching for the perfect fight to define his career and showcase his talents to the world. When Mike Tyson fought Tony Tucker in 1987, it was the last time 2 heavyweights came together to unify the title. The significance of Holyfield Lewis is that the heavyweights will now be the only division in boxing to have a unified champion. Holyfield and Lewis earned their titles by defeating Tyson, Moore, and McCall. After tonight, boxing's crown jewels will now have one home. One fighter is known for his heart, courage, and toughness.
And just like that, the champion struggles to stay on his feet. What a heart by Holyfield. Look at Holyfield. What a warrior. Reversing the tide of the battle. The champion now has bow wobbling.
The other fighter is known for his size, power, and big overhand right. Three belts on the line. 2 champions trying to solidify their place in history. One fight to answer so many questions.
Riddick Bowe, 1 to Michael Moore. 36 wins. 25 knockouts, but with the sole exception of his knockout against Buster Douglas, against larger fighters, Holyfield has almost Folks, always gone the distance. Olympic gold medal in 1988, defeating Riddick Bowe to win it as a professional. 34 wins. The one second-round knockout, lost one punch at the hands of McCall, later avenged. 27 knockouts for the two-time belt holder from England.
McKenzie.
Good evening, gentlemen. You received the rules earlier tonight. Let's have a nice, clean fight, touch gloves, and good luck to the both of you.
Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition.
Judge ready here. Judge, you ready? Judge ready here.
Only 3 men left in the ring.
Hey.
Don't get low. Make sure every punch that Evander Holyfield throws.
Sometimes just laying it out there. Left hook lands for Holyfield.
Evander Holyfield should get to that body and make him drop those hands.
And Holyfield trying to tackle Lewis in the middle of the ring. And it's around. 17 punches around won't win for Evander Holyfield. And he cringes against the ropes as Lewis lands a right hand.
Yeah, he takes a couple of bounds. There's a good left hook by Evander Holyfield.
Level where the Holyfield fans are wondering why their man doesn't get off. Raucous noise in the upper deck. Where
now, and he comes out in a very aggressive posture.
Well, if he opens up to try to fulfill the round 3 prophecy, does Lewis get a chance with the right hand? The puncher's gloves.
It's like a pillow.
Holyfield landed a left hook inside and lands a right hand, and Lewis is stunned. Evander attacking, trying to fulfill the prophecy.
I think he's trying to set him up for something, George. I don't know what it is. The right hand right there.
Right cross landed flush for Holyfield. Lewis seemingly stunned again. Prophecy. And so much for the round 3 knockout.
Right hand only if you see it. Good. What you want the shorter man to do is reach for everything.
Lewis lands the jab and fires the right cross. The frequency.
He just doesn't believe in this jab, though.
Left hook lands for Holyfield. Backs Lewis into the corner again. Lewis with a right. And you heard Emanuel Stewart say, come up with the uppercut. Lewis lands a right hand. Holyfield stunned against Holyfield on the defensive. Right hand lands again. Thunder in round 5 for Lewis. To the body. Following Herder as he played possum, George. He's hurt.
Yeah, he's had some body punching and they hurt.
And the uppercut landed flush. Long time left in the round.
Now and then.
Blood along the bridge of the nose of Lewis as he busts Holyfield with a 4-punch combination.
Later in the round, holding him, punishing him.
It's open already.
So far, he's following it almost to the tee, but Holyfield lands a big left hook as Lewis carelessly drops his right hand.
Getting a little arrogant.
That'll do. Yeah, you got it. Uppercut for Lewis. Thunder on Holy backward when they come together.
You don't follow a punch around. You just don't do that.
Where Emanuel Stewart.
They both go down in the corner. Arthur Mercanti is going to rule it a slip.
Really see the clean punches and the effective aggressiveness. You get missed shots like him.
Not throwing many punches. Uppercut, uppercut. And Lewis misses. Goes to the body. If you want to
Don't follow him, Holyfield. Don't follow him.
If you want to finish Lennox, go to the body. Big round for Lennox Lewis. Lewis 33 of 59, including 22 of 32 power shots. Don Turner is getting more desperate as he asks.
Just get a little closer and stay closer. You see, just you don't have.
Right hand stops Evander in his tracks again.
Lewis, every now and then, whenever he drops his hand or bend his waist, he get in trouble looking like a better one. when you think about what's going in.
Well, when he uses the uppercut, George, he triples his effectiveness as an infighter.
To his right and make him throw his left hook.
Lewis landed a short right hand with a thud. Thought for a minute he might have Holyfield.
That's even better because if Holyfield charges him a little bit, he can even put a little power to it.
88-83, Lennox Lewis. I like Evander Holyfield. He gets aggressive, but I've only seen aggressiveness in 2 rounds, and that's the third of the night. I thought he pulled out the knife by getting aggressive, just like he's doing now.
Here comes the aggressiveness. Here comes the Holyfield rally. Here comes the indomitable warrior we've seen.
Yeah, but Joe Louis would never revert to all of that.
Hard right hand for Holyfield. Right cross landed for Lewis.
Make him miss by keeping your hands up.
Uppercut landed again for Lewis.
You know what? All of the talk about it, Evander may have had too many wars. It hasn't seemed like it tonight. This boy was an Olympic heavyweight champion one time.
And he lands a show up for a big fight. And he did.
Good right hand by Evander Holyfield.
Big. Right now. Lewis.
This fight may be the biggest anticlimax dramatically since the impeachment. But if a Brit wins, it will be the biggest news in the British Isles for many a decade.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing here at Madison Square Garden, we go to the scorecards at this time. Judge at ringside, Eugenia Williams, scores about 115 to 113 in favor of Evander Holyfield. Judge at ringside, Stanley Christodoulou, scores about 116 to 113 in favor of Lennox Lewis. Judge at ringside, Larry O'Connell, scores about 115 to 115, even a draw. The decision is even a draw. Both champions retain their belts.
That's a travesty. That is, ladies and gentlemen, a travesty, an outrage, a highway robbery. Lennox Lewis has just been robbed of the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. He won it, and he didn't get it.
Jim, Evander, you still have 2 belts. You're still the heavyweight champion of the world. Do you feel like the heavyweight championship of the world after this fight?
Yes, I feel like the heavyweight champ of the world. The whole thing is I'm not the judge as I was fighting, and I haven't got a chance to view the fight. I can't be watching the fight and fighting at the same time.
Well, I know you can't score the fight, Evander, but virtually everybody we know at ringside thought that this was a decisive win for your opponent, Lennox Lewis. Were you surprised to get the draw?
Well, it's real simple. The people around the ring is not the judge. You know, things happen to me sometimes like that. That's just the way it flows. You know, there's always the next time.
When you say there's always a next time, does that mean you want to give him a rematch to resolve this?
Oh, sure. You know, in 6 months, if you want to get it on, we'll get it on. In 6 months, it ain't no problem with me.
Let's talk about the third round. You were convinced the fight would end in the third round. You said you didn't even have a plan B if it didn't end in the third round. What happened, and how did you feel about it?
Well, you know, of course, I felt that I was going to get him out in the third round. You know, I believe, and I worked it to the end. Lennox Lewis had something else to say. You know, he was able to have a good defense. He was able to...
All right, here we see. Were you saving it in the first 2 rounds to try to get him in the third?
Well, I wasn't saving it. The whole thing is that, you know, I was just taking my time. And the point of taking my time, you know, he was able to get the jab off a lot of time.
Did he surprise you by how well he boxed you from outside and didn't allow you to get inside on him?
Well, he did well. He did well, and it wasn't no surprise. He did the things that were necessary. He kept me on the end of the jab, and it kept me out there, and I didn't get a chance to fight inside.
You looked a little dispirited after that third round. you sagged a little bit. I mean, this was a really important prediction for you. It was divinely inspired, according to you.
Well, yeah, you know, I still love the Lord, and you know, the Lord is my Savior. I still believe in the Lord. It's just sometimes we wrong. Sometimes, you know, you think you heard something you didn't, and so it's all good. I still give praise to the Lord.
Do you think you did your best? Was that an Evander Holyfield performance tonight?
Well, you know, I guess I did the best I could tonight, and but that's the only thing I said. It's not my best performance, though.
What do you want to say to Lennox Lewis?
Well, my whole thing is that he ain't nothing like a man that when he get his opportunity, he shines. The man really shined. I never say he wasn't tough. He showed that he was tough, and it's good for the game of boxing.
Was he a better fighter than you thought he was?
Well, I never did think that he was a bad fighter. I just know that style makes fight, and he did well this time, you know.
Thank you very much, Evander.
Thank you.
All right.
Come to speak for him.
All right. All right, we're going to talk to Emanuel Stewart. Lennox Lewis was so disgusted with the decision that he left the ring. Emanuel Stewart, first give us your...
With Lennox Lewis and Emanuel Stewart, Lennox, your feeling. This bout ends in a draw. Most people thought you won decisively.
I'm so disappointed. You know, I felt that I won the fight hands down. What can I say? I felt that I would have run into the ring with one belt and come out with 3. I was expecting 3 belts, but I don't even know what to say. I'm so disappointed.
It's incomprehensible to you. What was the problem?
Well, I think to me it looks like the judges was rigged almost. I hate to say it. This is a sport that I make my living in, and I'm ashamed of it, what I saw, and I'm going to speak out.
I'm saying, did he hit me with a jab? I hit him with jabs all night.
Did he ever shake you up?
No, not in the least, not one bit. I cannot believe the outcome. I cannot believe the outcome.
As the rounds were clicking on, was there any doubt in your mind that maybe things were getting close, that perhaps you really had to put them away, that you needed a 10-8 round, that you needed to win with conviction down the stretch?
No, I felt that I won. I lost at least about 2 rounds. I lost 2 rounds. That's all I felt.
What about a rematch right now? Can you take any solace in the fact that you're completely convinced you're the better man? How do you walk away from this and leave it alone? You have to go right back at him?
Well, I believe there should be an automatic rematch. I doubt if he's going to want to fight me again. Like I said in the beginning, Evander Holyfield never seen nothing like Lennox Lewis, and he looked like an old man in there. He looked slow to me. He was missing a lot of punches. I hit him with jabs, right hands. He was hurt a couple times. I don't even know what the judges were looking at.
So what are we going to look for now? I mean, how do you go back to work Monday?
Disappointed, but I'm happy because the whole world's seen it for themselves. I know they wouldn't let me. I know they wouldn't let me leave with all 3 belts without trying to do some kind of funny business. You know, it worried me because it was a Don King promotion. But what can I say? You know, I boxed him in his home turf and still won.
2 champions enter the ring tonight. 2 champions somehow left.
Yes, Patrick, big it up.
That's the story from Lennox Lewis's locker room.